Just want to take a quick moment to say that I'm gay.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, shoot that fucker!
The Motor City Man.
Oh my God.
And Lost calls the snow day!
Podcast, the daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures from the Impact Power Sports Studio. So glad that you are here. Last night was hockey night in West Michigan. That was a bummer because the hockey team had won 5 in a row. So everybody's like, oh, hey, they're really turning it on. This is good. And then they got off to a hot start with a 2-0 lead over their rivals, the Milwaukee Admirals. And then they fell on their face. A couple celebrities were in attendance. Kevin Kuipers was there. I saw him wandering around downtown after the game when I was driving out of the facility.
Oh. I need to go to bed.
I said, hey, Kevin, what are you doing?
I need to go to bed.
Yeah, I know, but what the hell are you doing down here?
Fuck off, I'm hammered.
Okay, hey.
Fuck, man. I'm fucking hammered.
Yeah, but Kevin. Okay, I'll see you later. By the way, buy a coat. You need to be wearing a coat. It's freezing out. Seriously, what are you doing?
Oh.
He's howling at the moon. Shut up, Siri. He was there at the hockey game to witness that debacle. Kyle Tiller, who will join us in just a bit for Let's Kill with Kyle. He was there too. Chris in Buffalo says Linda, who's here. If that doesn't get you moist for Kevin, I don't know what will. Kuipers is in the chat. He says, hey, man, I forgot my coat. How can you forget your coat? It's the dead of winter, dick. And we just had our first major snow blast. The fuck? That's something that a little kid would say. Dad, I forgot my coat. Anyway, he was all alone. Somehow, no woman has claimed him, and I don't know how that's even possible. I just don't know how that's possible. But all of that, I live for the interactions that I have at the hockey games because they always make their way to this podcast. Now I'm, as I do before every game, I go over how to pronounce the names, how I would say them. This is former first-round draft pick for the Milwaukee Admirals, and I wasn't 100% sure on his name. French-Canadian player. You can see this is his name. He's 20 years old. He was drafted not long ago, maybe a year or two ago, by the Nashville Predators. The pronunciation guide has it as Zach Leroux. But I sometimes double check on the French Canadians because they sometimes, I might get the emphasis wrong or how it's said, or just make sure that the pronunciation is 100% correct. Occasionally the players will come in. This guy was pissed off when he got into the box. He was frustrated about something. So he sits down and 30 seconds passes. We finish the timeout on the ice or whatever, and I'm getting ready to make his name announcement. And I lean in and I said, excuse me, I say Leroux, yes, for your last name? And he goes, sure. Now, when you say sure like that, you might as well just say, fuck off. I don't give a shit how you say my name. So I look at him like the way I'm looking at you. He goes, sure. And I go, okay. And I start to say, all right, I guess I'm going to say Leroux. A 20-year-old kid. And then I think he, I don't know if he felt bad about it, but he then said, it's Leroux. I said, okay, thank you. I'm like, holy shit. What the fuck? So then I, obviously let that go. Keep it professional. And I announced his name, and he was in there a couple of times. And no further incidents. Nothing like that. And he was actually in the box when the Admirals got their go-ahead goal, and that was it. So then I was like, fuck, Jesus Christ, man. Amanda says, how was it spelled? Well, it says it. I'm showing it to you right now. This is how it's spelled. If I spell it out loud, it's an L and then an apostrophe and then an Heureux. And the pronunciation guide had it as Leroux. It said LE-RUH. So Leroux? I don't know. I'm going to double check this. I'll ask him. Then he informed me. But it's just the idea of him going, oh, sure. I'm like, is it really necessary to go after the guy and give him shit who's just trying to pronounce, no offense, but it's not like anybody knows who you are. Okay? You're a young hockey player this is his first year in the American Hockey League. I know that because I looked him up. After he was drafted, he finished up a junior career in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. But I did learn that in the last year, well, actually his entire junior hockey league career in the Quebec Junior League, he was suspended 9 times. So One of those suspensions was an incident when he was pissed off at a fan. So he took his stick and found a spot where there's a gap in the glass, in the plexiglass, and took his stick and started stabbing the fan with the stick. And he got 10 games for that. So this is the guy that is giving me shit.
Nashville Predators 2021 first.
All right, here we go. This is the Zachary LaRue incident.
First round pick Zachary Leroux. Is that how you say it? Anyway,
No one knows how you say it
because he's
that guy doesn't know how to say it either. It's definitely LaRue, not LaRoe. Because someone asked the player, me. Don't ask him what his name is because he's going to fucking have a temper tantrum.
quite a bit of trouble, this guy, for an incident that took place after the Mooseheads lost their game to Gatineau. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about as everybody's leaving the ice.
Strong Canadian accent. He sounds like Timmy Mayer. This is him. He's the last guy leaving the ice.
Zachary Butthole is right here. I'm not sure if the fans
Calls him Zachary Butthole.
in the arena are heckling these guys or what's going on, but you can see Zachary get his stick in between the glass here and just start jousting away at the fence. Pretty crazy stuff. I'm sure this was actually a lot more wild in person than, you know, what we're seeing right here on what appears to be recorded using a 1990s toaster, but still, you can kind of pick out what's going down, and so did the QMJHL when they reviewed this thing. And this is exactly why they announced today that this kid has been suspended indefinitely. Now, from what I've been reading, it doesn't sound like anybody was really hurt during this altercation, but I mean, you can't be doing stuff like that, man. Jeez. Just
okay. It was so bad that upon being drafted, or when he finished up, I don't know, he had some press conference with the at Nashville Predators training camp. And he did the old, yeah, I'm turning the page, hey, I'm moving on. And, you know, I just want to put the past behind me, eh? I just want to look forward and, you know, be a good soldier going forward, eh? I hereby 2-4. So that's Zachary Leroux. Chris says, what a fucking child. Should have given him a ring pop for his troubles, says Chris. Florida man says, Jesus Christ, dude's a fucking whack job. Chris from Buffalo says, okay, so he's one of them punk bitch Frenchies. I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm not saying it. These are all your words. You see, I am going to see Zachary Leroux again in the box. I don't know. I like the fact that he eventually kind of got it together when I said, hey, pardon me. Do I say Leroux? Yes? Leroux? No, yeah, sure. And then he finally, after a second, he said Leroux. He rethought it. He's like, in order for me to be a better player, I've got to stop being such a cocksucker. And I'm just going to give the guy who's trying to say my name correctly the correct way to say my name. Yeah, no one knows who you are yet, fucker. Nick, who's usually there at those games, I haven't seen you in a while. Says you should have just Americanized his name all night. Lurix. Amanda says, if you know somebody being called a whack job by a Florida man, you know there's a problem. Tyler says, after, yeah, sure. I would have said, okay, Lorux it is. Always special. Pretty rare, though, that I have any type of negative interaction with the players. The best interaction was when the guy from the Iowa Wild, no, the Texas Stars, Giroux wanted to beat up our guy and said, I'm going to kick your ass. And I recorded it. And I said, don't let me down. And then he went out and beat up our guy. And then I posted it and I went to bed. And then it went around the world 5 times. And then everybody on the team was pissed off at me because I posted it. I was like, what are you talking about? What? It was a great video. That was a fantastic video. It gave perspective from inside of the penalty box. No, they didn't like that. They were very, very upset about that. I got in big trouble. Oh, well, whatever. So now I can't do that. I can't shoot video. I wish I could. But they won't let me. They said no. Tyler says, don't let me down equals beat the shit out of our guy, according to some stupid nameless coach. No, it was Ben Simon. Simon's the one who lost his shit the most. He insisted that I actually was able to convince the opposing player to go beat up our guy. Like he was just sitting there not planning on beating up our guy, and that I somehow mysteriously convinced him to go beat up our guy. It's like, you idiot. That was going to happen whether I was shooting the video or not. You weren't there. You were on the other side of the ice trying to figure out how to stop losing every other game, or losing 5 to 10 in a row repeatedly. So shut the fuck up. I didn't necessarily almost get fired for that. In fact, it was a complete opposite. What happened was, after that video went around the world, I got a call from management that said, hey, knucklehead, don't shoot video anymore. These players are getting butthurt. I go, all right, no problem. So then I reached out to Simon. I sent him a text. We were like friends. I said, hey, buddy, sorry about that. And then he texted back how furious he was. And he said that he never wanted to talk to me again. And I said, okay. So then I reached back out to the hockey team management. I go, look, he is livid. You need to suspend me. What? Yeah. He's looking for a pound of flesh. So just suspend me for a couple of games, and then that'll be it. And they did not want to do it. They go, well, what the fuck are we going to do? We need you in there. I go, yeah, I know. But the team sucks because Simon's coaching it. We can't win. We're not going to the playoffs. Just sit me down. I had to convince them to suspend me. 1,000,000% true. They reluctantly did it. All right, stay home for a couple of games. And then that was it. There was never another word said about it again. They were pissed off that I suspended myself. They didn't like that I suspended me. My God. And they go, but don't shoot any more video. I go, hey, no problem. I mean, it was, it was an amazing video. An absolutely amazing video. When it goes all the way around the world and Ray Whitney and Paul Bissonnette are talking about it, saying, this is incredible. This is just intense. You gotta understand that it changed the way hockey is played. It was that incredible of a video. Cole says, let's watch it. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll tell the story, but you're going to have to find it on your own. It's out there somewhere. I'm not kidding you. I went to bed. In fact, the game was Timmy Mayer's last game. Our pal from Shoreliner Striping. He I got the video. I went to his retirement party at Stan's Tacos across the street. And then I posted it from Stan's. I went to bed, and it had literally millions of views and had been reposted on every hockey website or Twitter feed or Facebook, whatever, Instagram, everywhere. And I was like, uh-oh. And then I heard from Dog Thompson. He goes, uh-oh, players are pissed. I go, what are they pissed about? What did I do? Yeah, they're pissed. God damn it. He goes, take it down. So I took it down, but the damage was done. It was already, repurposed on like everywhere. So then I reached out to a few sites that had it, like Chiclets and Barstool, all of them. I said, can you take this down? And they said, fuck you. It's ours now. So that was that. It was a phenomenal video, but that was the last time I was able to shoot video in the penalty box because now they've had it. Now they're like, okay, no more. Now, will I listen? Of course not. In a couple of years, I'll do the same damn thing and get in trouble for it and probably get fired. No, I doubt it. I don't. I definitely don't reach for the video camera option on the phone anymore. But that's what happened there. That's how that went down. Everyone who saw that video says that's the greatest video ever. The only people who don't like it were Ben Simon and some of the players. But I still stand by it. It was a great fucking video. Well, anyway, looking forward to seeing, I already forget his name now, Zachary LaRue, first-round draft pick, notorious. You know it's bad when you're notorious and you haven't even played one half of an American Hockey League season. If you're 20 years old and you've already been suspended for taking your stick, putting it into the space between the plexiglass and stabbing fans with your stick. I mean, that's saying something. At such a young age to already be doing this. Yeah, take that. Fuck you. Here you go. Eat this, you bastard. I have never seen anything like that this is my 19th year of being in between the boxes. I've heard racial slurs. Jordan Tutu was a player for the Griffins near the end of his career. And basically at that point in time, he would just show up and beat the shit out of people. Jordan Tutu was an absolute wrecking ball. And he would he would play for the Griffins, and then when the Red Wings needed to kick somebody's ass, they would call him up, and then he'd beat the shit out of them. So he's a really nice guy, too. You wouldn't believe it. It was devastating. One of the strongest people I've ever been around, and he was like 5'8" and 265 and light on his feet somehow. I don't know. It's just an absolute wall of muscle. And he got called for, I think they're coincidental minors. Maybe he got in a fight with somebody. And the guy on the other team, I don't remember the team, I don't remember the player. He started making indigenous, because Tutu is you know how in the U.S. you have Native Americans? Tutu's a Native Canadian, part of the indigenous population of Canada. And so, like, if you would say, like, a Native American, you have a Native Canadian. And so he was making all sorts, I forgot what the guy was saying, but he was making all sorts of hateful, racist comments about his heritage. Yes, Amanda says, like an Eskimo. I think the term is Inuit. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I remember that Tutu used to have, he used to like to eat a certain way because that's the way he ate when he was growing up in this Arctic environment. They would eat seal. And so he used to have seal delivered to whatever team he's playing for, whether it be the Nashville Predators or the Red Wings or the Griffins, whatever, because that's what he liked to eat. Hey, you want a steak? Sure. All right. And he busts out the seal. So the guy next, I don't know what the fuck his name is. He's saying all sorts of racist shit. And the word got up to the brass that was happening. And there was like an investigation. And I had to like say, what did you hear? What did he say? And I ratted that fucker out. And I think that guy got suspended over that deal. I've also seen players take the water bottle and squirt the fans and shit like that. Swear at the fans. But I've never seen anybody spear a fan with his stick like 20-year-old Zachary LaRoux. He doesn't seem friendly. I don't know if Zachary's going to make it. Maybe he will. If he does, he's going to go down in history as one of those jerks that everybody likes to beat up. Amanda calls him la asshole. We shall see. I don't know. Maybe he's a great guy. But I know that he was very, very perturbed with me for trying to get his name correctly. Now, if someone with the last name of Gretzky came in, of course, I'd be able to pronounce that correctly. But I don't know who the fuck this guy is. No one knows who the draft picks are. The only time you know a draft pick's name is if he comes in and immediately plays well. Like Connor Bedard, who, by the way, Brendan Smith, former Griffin, just broke that fucker's jaw. A horrible, horrible play. Awful. Bedard having an incredible rookie year. All right. You want people to pronounce your name right. Do something in the league other than stab players or stab fans with your stick. What the fuck? All right. So glad you are here. There's a hell of a lot more where that comes from. We have to talk about a ton of things going on in the world today, including the retirement of Nick Saban. Just like that. Plus Stephen A's rampage. Oh, my God. I don't know what the fuck is happening there with that. That's all in just a bit. But if you're on Facebook, X, or YouTube, you won't see any of it because I'm about to kick you out. I do this so that you will then head on over to Twitch and follow me there. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, or download the Twitch app and search Eric Zane Live and follow. When you do that, you can contribute on the chat. You can subscribe to the channel and skip all the commercial interruptions that Amazon puts in. It's all there. Download the Twitch app today and search Eric Zane Live. Audio podcast available when this is done. Shortly after I finish up on all podcast platforms. I prefer Apple Podcasts. Subscribe, rate, and review, please. Patreon available. Patreon.com/Eric Zane, powered by you, the audience. A ton of material on Patreon goes up every single week. I do an additional bonus podcast Monday through Friday. Also the home of Big Fraud Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. It's a Big Fraud Saturday this week. A rare Saturday day of shows for Ben and EZ. We will do Who Are These Free Beers as we review new episodes from one of America's greatest morning radio shows. After that, we will bust out another round of the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, where we will review some more great awkwardness on the X's and Bros show that Ben is the producer of. I now have 2 days worth of awkwardness. And Ben's like, oh, shit. He might even be watching me as I say that right now. This has quickly become Ben's favorite show. He loves it. He listens and watches while he's producing X's and Bros. Please be careful while you're doing that. I don't want you to accidentally put me on the air on 96.1, Benjamin, or all across the big network of the world-famous X's and Bros show with Anthony Barbino. All right. Thank you so much. Facebook, X, and YouTube.